Hey, this Melvin Farmer from Hidden Corners, and we're going to go and investigate and continue the discussion about Boosie Badazz. How about that? Now, yesterday we talked about the gun, which occurred in May 2023 down in San Diego when he first got arrested. Let's start right there. When that happened, I know Boosie Badass and his crew, his cousins. I go through them. In fact, if you still want to do something with him, it's 2,500 at that time, where he cut me a deal. And I deal with a man named Galen, who told me Boosie got cracked, man, down in San Diego. So I say, tell Boosie in, send the message. I can help him beat the case. That's because I assumed they were in a rental car, which you see later on the other day, they dismissed the case. Because let me tell you about the rules of driving a rental car in the state of California. And this dispel, they plotting and they planning, which they were. But they were plotting and planning according to the law. Let's get that straight. And that's one of the problems when you listen to me speak. I speak the law. And opinions doesn't matter. I hear people say, Melvin, he's glad he in jail. No, I ain't. I'm disappointed because I told him to look out for this. This is California. And this is a very, very tough state on guns. 1020 gun law, because I'm up under all of them. In fact, I'm up under the one he's in jail for right now. 922G is probably going to be the penal code. That's an ex-felon with a violent past conviction. That's one of the criteria. Or 3 separate drug convictions. That'll get you the same situation when you get caught with a gun. Now, I've been up under this trigger lock law, Armed Career Criminal Act, since 1983, where if I get caught with a gun, I get a life sentence up under this same guidelines and statutes that he's going up under now. But it makes you stop messing with them guns because you get caught with one. But in this case, Boosie's not on trial for what happened in San Diego, the gun. He's on trial because of his past. The gun case was dismissed. There were 2 defendants in this case. Why he not in federal court? That's because he doesn't have probably a felony conviction of violence to meet the criteria that Boosie Badass do. So now, with that being said, the case was going to get dismissed about the guns in the rental car. They didn't do him no favor. Don't get that mistaken. Let's talk about the government and how the system works. In fact, get my book, The New Slave Ship, A Ship That Does Not Sail, to talk about California and their politics and the laws of America while y'all watching these sound bites and lights. I'm trying to save a life. That's what we do. Look up credible messengers. So anyway, up under California law, 9/10 of the law is possession, and the other percent is knowledge. When you're in a rental car that's been through several hands, just like the chain of command in a police investigation when they're getting that evidence against your ass. See how simple that shit is? So, the case was going to be dismissed anyway. But in 2019, as I said, Donald Trump started a task force to where when it come with drugs and guns, 3 agencies look over them: ATF, DEA, and FBI. In this case, I just talked to some of his representatives. He probably get arraigned tomorrow in federal court. He down there in San Diego, Metropolitan Jail on Broadway. And we're going to try to start a campaign to free this young man. Not only free him, because he's a pillar of the community and the culture of the youth. Although he's not a youth, but he's part of their culture. People follow and listen to him, and he ain't out killing nobody. So with that respect, I'm going to offer him some help again. Oh, yeah. Asked him about the girl that got arrested in North Carolina where her mama calling me for legal advice where her daughter don't get a robbery. Asked my niggas from New York, from ETG, who they call. I do civil rights without the lights. So we need to start a campaign because we got a 3 strikes law here that I wrote an initiative on in 2000, the California 3 Strikes Initiative that went to the ballot. We just didn't get enough votes. And by the way, we are starting a voter campaign starting in North Carolina for the whole region of the South to get that votership up. You have 48%, player. You need to increase your participation. And in fact, I got a young lady named Barbara B. D. Gaskins, former congressional representative where she was a candidate. She will be running for some type of office. Y'all support her down south, Greensville, North Carolina, man. East North Carolina. It's like how they say it. So, with Nipsey Hussle, not Nipsey, man, rest in peace, young bro. You come to mind. Ain't that something? One of a kind. So, with Boosie, we as a community need to rally around this young man and speak up for him because when it's your past, over with. But by the same token, bro, you got to use your platform to quit. All of us. That's why I don't do internet. I don't even look at it. Because all we doing is downgrading, talking. I don't see too